Welcome back. One thing that I always wonder when I'm putting together a career video for somebody who'd been around as many teams as Michael Nylander was is, well, which jersey do I wear? So I went with the Rangers. I went with the Rangers because I think that's where he had the most success, even though he didn't spend as much time there as he did in other locations. Michael Nylander, the father of William Nylander, drafted 59th overall in 1991. Would make his debut in the NHL in 92-93 with those Whalers. 59 games played, 11 goals, 22 assists, 33 points. One thing with Nylander, he spent time in the AHL that year. He would spend time in the AHL at different points throughout his career, and it was blamed on the defensive side of things, really. So 59 games played the following season as well with Hartford, 11 goals, so that's the same, 33 assists, 44 points. Those numbers get better, but they trade him. A big trade with Calgary. March the 10th, he was traded with James Patrick and Zarley Zalapsky for Ted Drury, Paul Ranheim, and Gary Suter. So he goes to Calgary. In 15 games with Calgary after the trade, 2 goals, 9 assists, 11 points. Makes his playoff debut that year in 3 games, no points recorded. 94-95, he missed most of the season due to a wrist injury, so he'd only play 6 games, 1 assist in the playoffs, 6 assists in 6 games. So the offense is there. The offense is solid. He showed that the following season, 95-96, 73 games, 17 goals, 38 assists, 55 points, and in the playoffs, 4 games played, no points. He did not play in the NHL the following season. He went over and played in the Swiss League instead. Again, Nylander, really odd career. Comes back over to play for Calgary in 97-98, plays 65 games, 13 goals, 23 assists, 36 points. The following season, 98-99, he didn't play that many games that year. 9 games, 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points. He's traded by Calgary January the 19th in exchange for Andrei Nazarov out of Tampa Bay. Once he gets to Tampa, 24 games, 2 goals, 7 assists, 9 points. The following season, 99-2000, plays 11 games with Tampa, 1 goal, 2 assists, 3 points, and he's traded again. November the 12th, he's traded for Brian Muir, as well as Reed Simpson. So that shows that his stock wasn't that high. But when he gets to Chicago, the offense is there. 66 games for the Hawks, 23 goals, 28 assists, 51 points. And that's the thing. You get a guy who's all offense. When the offense is going, you can overlook some of the other things. But when the offense isn't going, you can't. 2000-2001 plays all 82 games with Chicago, 25 goals, 39 assists, 64 points. Those are solid totals. We're into the early 2000s, so we're definitely into the era where goal scoring was harder to come by. So being a 20-goal scorer meant a lot more, I would say, than it does now. 2001-2002, 82 games, 15 goals, 46 assists, 61 points. So the goal scoring drops off, the assists get better. In the playoffs, he adds 3 assists in 5 games. But he's getting ready to be traded again. 2002-2003 in 9 games, 4 assists. On November the 1st, he's traded with a 2003 third-round pick and future considerations in exchange for Andrei Nikolishin as well as Chris Simon. So he's headed to Washington, and in 71 games in 02-03 after the trade, 17 goals, 39 assists, 56 points. In the playoffs, he adds 3 goals, 2 assists, 5 points in 6 games. I was kind of surprised, too. He never appeared in the All-Star game, but he was always a really regularly talked about player. 2003-2004 plays 3 games with the Caps, 2 assists. On March the 4th, 3 games until March the 4th, he's traded for a 2005 fourth-round pick and a 2006 second-round pick to the Boston Bruins. Bruins looking to load up at the deadline. It works. 15 games with the Bruins, 1 goal, 11 assists, 12 points. In the playoffs, 6 games, 3 goals, 3 assists, 6 points. Despite him having solid totals with Boston, he doesn't re-sign there. August the 10th of 2004, he signs as a free agent with the Rangers. I just put 2004 there because, A, he doesn't make the appearance till 05-06, and the summer of 04, there weren't a lot of signings that were going on. But it ends up being a bargain signing. He signs for less than $3 million a year with the New York Rangers. Keep in mind that his stock was pretty low at this point, but he makes it work. He ends up playing a lot with this guy named Yager, and the Rangers have a pretty good year in 05-06. So 81 games played, almost a point per game, 23 goals, 56 assists, 79 points. Solid numbers all around, and really showing just what Nylander can do when the effort's there, game in and game out, and when you find him the right line mate. In the playoffs, 1 assist in 4 games. So excellent first year. In the second year, he gets better. So 06-07, 79 games, 26 goals, 57 assists, 83 points. In the playoffs, 10 games, 6 goals, 7 assists, 13 points. There was an option for a 4th season. Keep in mind that he signed in 04, so it would have been expiring then. And they didn't opt to bring him back. Kind of a surprise they didn't opt to bring him back. So July the 2nd, he signs as a UFA with the Capitals, where he'd been previously. So Washington knows him. And in 40 games with Washington that first year, 11 goals, 26 assists, 37 points. So he appears in about half the games. He has almost a point per game, so it's solid. 08-09, though, we see the numbers drop off. 72 games, 9 goals, 24 assists, 33 points. In the playoffs, 3 games played. No points recorded by him there. He ends up being demoted to the AHL the following season. They wanted to get him some ice time. He ended up playing in the AHL. He would also play in Liga, so over in Finland. And that would end up being the end of it. He signed a tryout in 2011 with the Philadelphia Flyers. They did not pick up his contract. So he ends up playing 920 games in the NHL, 209 goals, 470 assists, 679 points. In the playoffs, 47 games, 12 goals, 22 assists, 34 points. What's interesting with Michael Nylander is this. His career in the National Hockey League, he is traded around a lot. There's no question this is a journeyman career. It goes into the journeyman playlist as well as the career playlist. But internationally, Nylander, very well decorated for Sweden. At the World Championships, gold in 1992 as well as 2006. Silver, 1993, 1997 as well as 2004. Bronze, 1999, 2002, and 2010. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different medals won at World Championships. And then at the World Juniors, also in 1992, he won silver. So he won silver and gold representing Sweden in the year of 1992. Not too shabby. Nice long career. And again, I think we can agree William Nylander's career thus far looks like it's going to eclipse his dad's. He's up to, at the time I'm recording this, 399 points. And his dad ended up with 679. I think it would be very surprising if William Nylander didn't eclipse that total. It would also be surprising if William Nylander didn't end up playing 1,000 games in the National Hockey League. And the other thing, of course, is by this point in time in his career, Michael Nylander would have been on his 3rd team already, and William Nylander is a Toronto Maple Leaf and should be a Toronto Maple Leaf for some time to come, depending on how contract negotiations go in this coming year and everything. But at any rate, Michael Nylander, solid career. Swedish player who, could have played better off of the puck, and if he had, probably would have eclipsed 1,000 games. But he did have the year he played in the Swiss League. You have the lockout, wiped out season here, and there was time spent in the AHL during some of those years as well. So, at any rate, let me know your thoughts in the comments section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through, you just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.